Hey everybody, welcome back to Castle Crush. Well, we had a bit of a mishap since the last time we were playing. Um, I ran over my Android device and lost my account. I made a big mistake of not actually having my account linked, which you should all be doing if you're playing. You can link through Facebook or you can link through Google Play. In this case, I have it now. I have now linked through Facebook, which means you can get it on another device and restore and save all of your account information. So unfortunately, I lost everything from my previous account and accounts, and we've had to start over. Um, Things haven't been going so badly. We are already up to Castle 5. Now, I will admit that this time around, because I didn't want to spend a lot of time playing through the battles, I did purchase a legendary chest special pack offer in one of the lower castles back, and that's why I have so much gold and so many gems. Um, these are actually a good value if you don't mind spending a little bit of money. I think it was like 20 bucks also for me. You get quite a bit. You can see we could buy one here with a magical chest, 100,000 gold coins. That's a lot of gold to last us for a long time. I'm not going to buy that right now or anything like that, but just to give you some ideas that if you just want to get up quickly to a level that's a little more competitive, you can do that. Of course, it requires you to spend a little bit of money. In the past, I'd never done that. In my previous accounts, I just worked my way up from the ground, which you can do as well. It just takes a lot longer, and I wanted to get back to this level quickly so that I could start making new videos. Now, I've also used some of that gold to upgrade some cards. One of the things you can see is because I bought a legendary chest, I now have the legendary card, the Shaman, which is actually quite a good card. It creates copies of himself in each lane, and the opponent doesn't necessarily know which lane the Shaman is in, which can make it a little bit annoying to try to kill. So I'm playing with that card. The thing about legendary cards is you can only have one in your deck at a time, unlike other cards where you can have two. Like I can use two Black Knights. I can only use one. As you see here, it says it's in use. I can only use one Shaman. But this is the deck that I've been running for a little while. You can see I have very strong bombs at level 7, very strong arrows at level 7, a pretty strong Inferno at level 5. And basically the idea here is to tank with your defensive units, your bombs, your arrows, your Inferno, and your golems to slow your opponent down. You can use the Metamorphs to either copy something your opponent has played or to copy a golem perhaps. And then to use, of course, the demons, which are very strong. I got a bunch of demons early on this time around, and I've already leveled my demon up to level 3, which I'll show you here is very powerful. It does 1,072 magic damage. It's a very difficult demon to deal with when it comes out. So I've been using this to sort of control the opponents early, and then I will play Shaman for some just to do some range damage, and a couple of Black Knights, which are up to level 2, which I purchased a couple in the store and then upgraded it to level 2. And so my Black Knight is now very strong as well. So the idea is to get out the Black Knight and then to run your opponent over. The danger is early on you're not very strong. Now we only have 21 of 55 cards. We have advanced very quickly through here. I've only lost maybe 2 games so far. So if we go all the way back, I don't have a mage, I don't have a jester from the training castle. I do have both of these cards from the Lord's Castle, the Standard Bearer and the Black Knight, but I'm missing all of the rares, the Executioner, the Pirate, the Lightning Bolt. I'm missing the rares from the Undead Keep as well as the Epics, the Skull King and the Reaper. And here I've actually picked up both of the rares and both of the epics from the Genie's Palace. And the Demon's Hold, we have picked up just the Shaman is the only card we have from the Demon's Hold. We don't even have the common Archer's Tribe. And from here, we have actually already picked up the epic, the rare card, the Mud Elemental, and the epic Mana Ritual from our victory chest here, or a free chest, I forget which. In any case, so here we are at the Dwarven Halls. I'm going to play a couple of games with this new deck and try to give you some of the ideas, or show you some of the ideas in practice. I've already explained a little bit about the ideas. So at this level, my opponents are quite a bit tougher. Early on, I was just basically walking right through our opponents because my cards were so upgraded. Here, our opponents have cards that we do not have for sure, and their cards are much closer in terms of upgrade quality as mine. I do have one Rage in the deck. The idea is to use that to finish off an opponent quickly if need be. In the early version of this deck, I was playing with the Standard Bearer. I'm just going to sit on this one because I'll be able to play everything next turn, so I'm just not that worried. I'm not sure what my opponent is doing, but a Shaman is always a decent card to start out with because your opponent will not know which lane the Shaman is in. And I can get a little tricky here by doubling up. So he for sure knows one Shaman is in that lane, assuming my opponent is paying attention, which, I don't know, might be a wild assumption at this point. But they don't actually know that they're both... Okay, now, because they've used arrows, they do know that both are in that lane. Okay, quickly. There we go. Alright. I am not sure what kind of a deck my opponent is playing, but I'm just going to use a bomb on their castle because whatever they're doing really makes no sense so far. I'm just going to throw the Rage and just go for the win. I don't know. I think our opponent may have been trying to lose that match intentionally. Okay, I will come back and rate you later, Castle Crush. I do like you, but I can't rate you right now. Okay, so we got a victory there. We picked up another silver chest. I kind of want to see what was up with my opponent. I just have a feeling they weren't actually playing or something. I don't know. That kind of doesn't make any sense. I will quickly review here. We'll go to 4 times speed. Okay, so no, they just had all of their high mana cards, and okay, so our opponent was really making a pretty big mistake in not discarding. They could have been discarding the Skull King and the Black Knight early on, but refused to do it. So that's a mistake a lot of people who don't really know how to play the game make. If you have a full hand, you can discard a card. You saw me do it in the last game, so that I could make room for cards that that you could actually play. You don't have to just let the top card burn like my opponent did there, and that definitely cost them any chance they had at winning that match. Okay, so here we go. Let me show you an example. Right now I have a full hand. I can't play any of these cards, so I'm going to put the Black Knight in the burn pile so that I can get a new card. The Black Knight's a great card, but I only have 4 mana, so there's no point in sitting here and trying to hold on to it right now. I can draw it later. The drawing of cards is actually nicely explained. I'm going to go ahead and Inferno here. In the rules, if you look up if you actually read the documentation for Castle Crush. Okay, I'm going to play my very strong demon. That was good. I killed a mage. Fortunately, we're not going to kill that, but I can duplicate it. This is why we have bombs, and our bombs are powerful enough. I've made them powerful enough to kill those level... Okay, darn it. Well, that kind of stinks. I want that druid to die, so I'll kill it. Okay, we'll go here. And I'm going to go ahead and put the shaman right behind him. It might confuse our opponent. They might not be sure where... No, now they certainly know where the shaman is. Unfortunately, I should have probably waited to play that mud element, or to play that demon to try to do more damage to the mud elemental. Okay, bombs. Kill those guys. And we'll go here. Unfortunately, I'm sitting on 2 rages, which are not that helpful right now. Darn. Now is when I do need those Black Knights to come back. Okay, here we go. Probably a golem up here. Okay, that we can do some damage to. Ooh, almost killed that mage with our bomb. But not quite. Okay, we'll get rid of this one, and now we have to really get to the goal of our deck, which is the Black Knight. I'll wait, and I'll play the golem right in their face here. Play a shaman. What happened to my Black Knight up there? I didn't see. They must have had another creature or something to do some very powerful damage to it. Okay, I got another shaman. I'm going to go ahead and rage that because I definitely want to kill that mud elemental very quickly. Now I'm going to play a Black Knight. If they have a Black Knight, we'll metamorph. Rage here, which probably will take out this Black Knight. It does. You can see the Shaman is very strong. It doesn't look like it's that strong of a card, but it actually is very powerful, doing lots of damage, and our opponent is done. Okay, good game. So that's the basic idea of the game, is you want to get yourself up to the range where you have your full mana available to you, and get out your big cards. Let's do one more battle. I don't know if this deck is strong enough as is, or if the cards would need to be upgraded to make it to the next castle. We need 1,800 trophies. 300 more. It's a long ways to go. Again, we're going to burn the Black Knight because we won't be able to play that for a while. So the way the cards work is that they are on a cycle. You have 14 cards, and you will see in your first 14 cards, you will see each of your 14 cards. At least that's according to the rules. I haven't actually tested this myself, but if you read the rules, that's what it says. And then in your next 14 cards, you will see each of those cards. So it's a little, it can actually be predictable when you will see particular cards. Let's see, that's a level 3 mage, which is pretty strong. I think the Shaman will take care of that card. I think it will kill it. Took some damage, but it did kill it. Okay, let's go ahead and metamorph right now. Oops, okay, that actually worked out okay. I'm going to metamorph again. Okay, we got a Golem, which is fine. Let's see, I'm not really sure why I played the Golem in that lane. Probably should have put it in a different lane. I'm going to Rage here because I'm going to just go ahead and kill that, and we'll start doing some damage to the castle. Plus I'm just sitting on an extra Rage that I don't need. Okay, Shaman, and kill that. Okay, this person killed our Shaman in the middle lane. But unbeknownst to them, our Shaman is actually in the bottom lane. I'm going to use a bomb on their castle because I have nothing else to do here. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to use Inferno up there, but it doesn't matter. We got the win anyway. So I think we had 3 pretty easy wins there. Again, I'm not sure if this deck is strong enough. I mean, as you can see, the Shaman is a big difference maker. It's very powerful. And when our opponent plays slowly, that plays right into our hands. The real way to beat this deck is to play very, very quickly and to try to do lots of damage in different lanes. I try to control for that with bombs, arrows, and Inferno, and the Golems to slow my opponent down, obviously, but none of our opponents have really tried this sort of quick attack against us here, and we've had no trouble with them, despite the fact that we are only castle level 5, and they are all castle levels stronger than us. This person is a level 4 Skull King, which is very powerful Skull King, but nonetheless, we were able to overpower them with our deck. Okay, so that's the basic idea behind this deck. I think you could play some deck. Let's say, hey, I don't have a Shaman. What can I play here instead? That's okay. I mean, I think the Shaman really is a nice card that goes in this deck. I was playing it before with a Standard Bearer instead of the Shaman there, which it just worked okay. I mean, you could quickly switch lanes and finish off an opponent. That was one of the advantages with the Standard Bearer. If you had a couple of Black Knights out and your opponent was trying to stop them from getting their castle, you could switch lanes. The other thing about the Standard Bearer that makes it good, besides the switching lanes, is it speeds up all of your cards. Some of our cards are very slow, like the Golem. If you can start moving up on your opponent's castle very quickly at a surprise, in a surprise situation, you can finish them off before they even really know what hit them, and that's what I was using the Standard Bearer for. So I would not often put the Standard Bearer out early. I would often wait and use it at just the right moment. So the Standard Bearer could go there instead of the Shaman. Otherwise, I might try another ranged card. I think something like a Mage would be a solid choice there as well. I don't have a Mage, so I can't play one there. But I think the Mage would work in that position as well. And presumably, many of you will already have a Mage by the time you reach this point. Okay, thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked this video, give it a like or feel free to share it on YouTube. And thanks so much for watching.